Something I'm learning as I focus on fine-tuning my listening to my body is how sensitive of an instrument it is and how much it actually communicates to me. And later last year, I started to go to acupuncture regularly, and I mainly went to get into serious practice listening to my body and also addressing my relationship to food, because I've talked about in previous videos, like when COVID happened, and I had a lot of just kind of like clients who were going through serious crisis. I had 2 therapist jobs at the time, and the immense level of stress, and also going through like, you know, the crisis of global pandemic myself. Like, I just was very anxious, and I resorted to like comfort foods to soothe myself, because I felt like I couldn't access much other ways to tend to my nervous system. And that was okay, you know, and I went on a beautiful journey of like reorienting my perception of beauty within myself, and gaining weight, and just really like working on my the health of my perception of my mind around my body image, and these kinds of things. And at the same time, I think because I just kind of released all constrictions, you know, on what I ate, and I just didn't discipline myself on exercising. I just kind of like let myself be that way, you know. It's not like I never exercise, it's just like I just released all kind of like disciplinary like posture towards weight and body image in the way that I had for a long time. I used to be bullied for being chubby as a child too, by just even family, friends, and also like people at school and things like that. And so it was always just, it was like a very important thing for me to go through, like finding beauty and appreciation for the way that I looked on my own terms. And anyway, but I think like last year, I really felt like my actual body saying like, okay, that's good enough, you know, that's an ongoing thing, but you've come a long way. But actually, I'm actually uncomfortable, you know, with the way that my body feels. And it wasn't just like how heavy I felt. Like a lot of times when I would kind of go into more of these like channeling states, or you know, psychedelic states, then I would notice that there'd be this reoccurring message of like, the vessel is like too heavy for your soul. And I felt very uncomfortable. I started to have problems like with my feet and my knees, my like my blood sugar levels started to go to like a pre-diabetic zone, and like other stuff started to go on in my body. So I just really wanted to, I just noticed that I'm like really soothing myself a lot through food. And I wanted to just kind of like, just start addressing the root of that. And it's been a really deep journey of remothering myself. And yeah, so fortunately, like working with this just, yeah, Tui, amazing acupuncturist, and you know, kind of like remothering myself in a way where I started to listen to where the hunger is coming from. And at the beginning, when I really started to like just really quiet myself to listen. I noticed like it rarely was my stomach. It actually was coming from like my heart space, this yearning feeling and really wanting to like fill it with comfort and soothing. And I created like different meditations for myself. My favorite one was, and some of my like best friends know this, but this like drinking mother's milk, like drinking cosmic milk meditation, where when I would feel the urge, like I really want to eat something, but then I check in with my stomach and I'm actually not hungry. You know, sometimes it would be like, I would listen and it's like, I actually just really want sunshine or fresh air. So like a walk was really what I wanted, or, you know, like I would want to connect, you know, and maybe the thing would be like having a conversation with a friend or exchanging a voice note or something, or going to the water or something like that. But then other times it would just be the feeling of feeling nourished. So I even did an experiment of buying myself like adult pacifiers, and I noticed like I kind of felt like a baby that doesn't, you know, would prefer like a breast or like a bottle with milk in it than a pacifier. It didn't really pacify the feeling. So I literally would do these meditations where I would just kind of suckle my lips and literally enact the feeling inside myself of like suckling on a big, huge cosmic breast, and like I can have as much cosmic milk as I want, you know, just like to my heart's content, and just do that, you know, for as long as I wanted if I had the time. And I did it quite a lot, and it actually really was a really deep and worthwhile journey of just kind of like healing, you know, internalized mother wounds, and just, you know, inner children, inner baby that really needed some attention from me, and practicing how to hold that one inside myself by just like you would with like a live baby, you know. I haven't been able to get pregnant to have a child to know firsthand, but yeah, tending to the subtle, minute details, and being in practice of like, oh, what is it that you need? Is it this? Is it that? And just babying myself in that way. And then as a result of like tending to that one, being able to just better hear my actual body. And the interesting thing about coming to Japan is working with a Japanese acupuncturist here whom I saw this evening, just another amazing session. And yeah, really enjoying like just different approach here. But it's very, very active. Like she is like constantly checking my pulse, like doing this needling and then doing this, you know, like alignment thing. And then it's very active and kind of like paying attention to the subtle details of my pulse and my temperature, and is my skin sweating or not. And but anyway, something that both she and this herbalist that I'm working with, both of them, I'm just so used to in the US, like people telling me to drink a lot of water. So most people have known me to always have like a massive canteen or jug of like water that I'd always carry around. And because I already had this inclination of like wanting to consume to soothe myself, like drinking a lot of water has never been a problem for me, because I just love to like intake because of, you know, just unaddressed like wounded ones that wanted, you know, attention. But actually here, in my intakes with both of them, they both asked me like just about like, yeah, how much water am I drinking? And you know, and like, what is my pee like and things like that. But both of them recommended like maybe only drink when you actually feel thirsty. Maybe just like reorient your like intake of water. And I guess I just even wanted to make a video about it to mention this, because even something that sounds as healthy as drink a lot of water can also kind of be like a blanket statement, you know? And I just feel like, again, going back to horse year being such an embodied year, but then also like, you know, correlating to the heart space, that I don't know, I just feel like the heart, this is just my feeling sense of it, but it's like, it's a very fine-tuned instrument. So being able to like listen to the subtleties of what the body's communicating, I think could just, I don't know, be a useful thing this year. Anyways, just to report so far, it's been about, I would say, a month now since I've been experimenting. Like, actually, let me just not like try to like drink as much, you know, water or like herbal tea as I can. And I've been really being mindful of, even when I pour my cup, like just putting a little bit. And if I feel thirsty, then I'll just take a sip and see how I feel. Actually, my digestive system has greatly improved. You know, this is different if like a person is like moving around so much, sweating so much, the climate is very dry and they're forgetting to drink water, and you're like not noticing if you're thirsty. But this is just someone who was the opposite spectrum, where I'm like mindlessly drinking because I'm like trying to fill a void or something. But yeah, I guess I wanted to record this to say, whether it's amount of sleep, whether it's like how much to eat, what to eat, when to eat, how much to drink, I think that we can't go wrong. And this goes for mental health, emotional health as well. I do really think that our inner listening is the best doctor to know what is specifically being communicated from inside ourselves and what wants to be tended, rather than comparing it to some kind of standard, external standard, you know, and deeming whether we're healthy or not based on that. Just like really learning how to listen and communicate in response in a loving way with the body and our internal landscape. I really think there's a lot there in tapping a sense of harmony and balance within oneself.